Welcome to another Ask Danny. That's right, guys. It's time to answer your questions on Forum Spring. Does your mom go to your drag shows? She hasn't went to a drag show yet, but she really wants to go. I want her to come and get drunk with me and just party. I love your drag makeup. Did someone teach you, or was it more from experimenting? I've been doing, a lot of people don't know this. They're always like, why are you doing drag now? Blah, blah, blah. In high school, I used to do makeup on myself from 14 to 17 years old. Kind of 17. It was kind of like the beginning of 17, I kind of stopped. But I taught myself how to do makeup. I taught myself everything, basically. I don't have a drag mother. I just do what I do. And thank you very much. It's a very nice compliment. Are you sexually attracted to people you work with, like Raven from RuPaul's Drag Race? I'm not sexually attracted to Raven, but I think she's beautiful. She's a really chill person. I love her. And yeah, I'm actually working with her tonight. She's amazing. Why do people think that everything happens for a reason? I believe it does. I believe that you shouldn't knock anybody that has faith in anything, faith in God, faith in the universe and something in a higher power or whatever. I think that's what makes your life flow a little easier. I mean, what's life without faith? So, I mean, I think everything happens for a reason, definitely. Danny, do you have tips for future drag queens? I'm planning on dressing in drag when I run for Homecoming King next year at my school. Thank you. Oh, well, can I just be honest with you? I don't know what city you live in. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I believe drag is an art form. If you want to do it, do it. I do it to perform. I don't go to the grocery store in it unless I'm needing something at the grocery store right before a show, and then I really don't care. I'll go in 6-inch heels in a wig I just turned out. But other than that, you have to be really careful. Be safe. Carry some mace or something on you, because that's always cruel, doing something very artistically creative and out of the box. And a lot of people in high school at your age are going to be simple-minded and not understanding for it. So I would say turn it out and do whatever makes you happy. What are your thoughts on education? Do you ever plan on going to college? I asked you this because I'm attending a community college right now, but don't really know where I'm headed. I think education is very important when you have that skill. I don't believe that college is good for me. I don't believe that school is good for me. College is good for me, but I'm not good at school. I'm not a good student at all. I have ADD. I don't care what the teacher has to say. I'm just really in my own little bubble. I think with my left brain, I think it is, my artistic brain. I don't really think very smartly. I don't even know if that's a word. See, that answers the question. Do you ever wish you had a different life? I do, but not because I'm unhappy with my life right now. I always look at movies from the 80s and just different pictures and scenarios and stuff like that. Even when I pass through high school and I see the popular kids and stuff like that, I'm that would be so cool if I can just live life again, growing up to grow up into that. You know what I'm saying? I would always like to. I'm just obsessed with people's lives. I love hearing people's stories. I love hearing the differences between people. We can pass through different neighborhoods, and I love it. I'm just imagine if we grew up in this mansion. That's crazy. So yeah, I guess. Would you rather name your son Kobe, Tanner, or Bartholomew? Bartholomew. Is there such thing as liking to hook up with the same sex but no emotions? Absolutely. I always say this. When somebody has to say, is there such thing? If you're feeling it, it exists because you're talking about yourself and it's happening to you. Don't let anybody tell you that something doesn't exist and you're weird because something is happening to you. Just because it doesn't happen to them doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. That's for closed-minded, dumb, ignorant people. It obviously happens. There's nothing wrong with it. If it's something that's bothering you and confusing your life, then just try to seek help for it. But other than that, I don't find anything wrong with that. If you're sexually experimenting, don't let anybody judge you. If you could do a duet with one artist, dead or alive, who would it be? Freddie Mercury. I'm sure you watch RuPaul's Drag Race. Who is your favorite, and what made you get into drag? Hope to see you live and on Drag Race soon. Oh, thank you. My favorite was Latrice Royale. She's worked at the club that I work at a couple of times. She's amazing. I think that's it. I liked Sharon Needles, but I feel Latrice Royale could have taken it with pride, and I would have been so proud of her, and she would have done everybody justice because she's so polished, and I have this thing for like polished big queens. It's amazing when you see people like just turning it out, not giving a fuck what anybody thinks, and I think she's amazing. I stopped talking and texting my crush after we had sex. I developed feelings for him. He hasn't texted me at all. It's been a month. What do I do? I don't know how to answer that. You're asking me what you should do because he's not texting you because you stopped texting him. That's happened to me before. It's just kind of like you're getting what you deserve. Like, I guess. What turns you off more than anything about women? Ouch. When I watch straight porn and I hear women like moaning, I don't know what it is, but it annoys me so much. So much. I just can't do women moaning. It just gets on my nerves. What's your star, moon, rising sign? I'm a double Libra. My moon sign's a Libra and I am a Libra. Do you find it flattering or annoying when people ask you to say stuff you've said on TV or in videos? Things like some people weren't liking it and stuff like that. I get annoyed. That's just honest. Like, who goes up to people? That's just like people going up to Chris saying, oh, say leave Britney alone. Like, no one wants to do that when they're out in a club or something. Like, just stop. It's so obnoxious to me. Me and my friend left a creepy note on a guy who works at the grocery store's car, telling him to call us. We didn't think he would, but he texted us and wants us to add him on Facebook. Would it be creepy to actually add him, seeing as we've never talked? That's not creepy. That could be the love of your life. Girl, you better handle that ass. Dear Danny, how do you recommend meeting other gay guys in high school? I've met a couple, but none I'm very attracted to. I know it's not the end of the world in high school if you don't date, but it would be nice to. I don't want to say try Facebook. I don't know. Now that we have Facebook and stuff like that, like I would see a guy in high school and if I thought he was gay, I would write him. And if he was like kind of like flirting back, I'd be like, oh, we should chill out, dude. Like, fuck yeah, bro. But yeah, just try to reach out to somebody that you find attractive and just see if they, like, I mean, don't be all like, oh, you want to bone? Like, no. Just say like, oh, so like, what's up, dude? Like, just talk to them like regular. Does your dad approve of your sexual orientation? Does Danny really care? No. Have you ever been burned by candle wax? Yes, I have. What's the creepiest encounter you've dealt with someone in public? Oh. I don't know if I can say this. How young are you guys? Recently I was out in drag as a door at Mickey's in West Hollywood, and I was talking to Morgan and Mayhem and Courtney. We're all just kikiing, you know, drinking our glasses of like expensive drinks on. This older man, probably about like 60, comes up to me and I don't even know. Some guy just said some really, really nasty things about, like, oral sex to me. And I was like, ew, sick! Ew, get away, loser! Like, really loud. I embarrassed him really loud. But I was like, don't you ever talk to a woman like that. What do you think about Sagittarius, and how do you get along with them? I get along with Sagittariuses. I like the way they're open-minded. They're very opinionated. The thing that I don't like about them is that they're always right and they always try to teach you shit. And it's like, excuse me, have you got your bachelor's degree? I don't think so, bye. Hi, Danny, I effing love you, okay? I love you too, Martin. Is there any drag queens or queens that you look up to for inspiration? Yes. I love Mayhem Miller. She is the person who first booked me into a cast alongside Morgan McMichaels from season 2, Drag Race. They are amazing. They have helped me out so much. And I love them to death. I love Mayhem. She's one of the most sweetest, most kind-hearted people ever. How do you feel about raves? Oh my god, okay. I don't go to raves because in 9th grade, the teacher said that, like, it was in an article that this straight guy, like, got a 2-liter Coke bottle shoved up his ass. And I am so not trying to have a 2-liter Coke bottle shoved up my ass because I would probably die. That scares the shit out of me. One of the reasons I became a fan of yours was because of American Idol, and the one that got me looking into you even more was because of Angel Baby and your carefree personality. So why does it bother you when people ask you about your past experiences? Correction, it does not bother me when people ask me about my past experiences, but when I'm on a date, personally getting to know somebody about their traits, about their personalities, about their goals in life, about what they love to do, about their favorite fucking roller coasters. I don't want the subject of conversation to completely be around the fact that I was on TV before. That bothers me. I don't care if they ask about American Idol. We can talk about it for 20 minutes, but when it becomes the subject all night, I want to rip my fucking hair out and shoot myself in the fucking mouth. But thank you. Do you think 2 drag queens could date? Absolutely. I see nothing wrong with it. I actually think it's very adorable. And I would completely date a drag queen. Do you think having a threesome with your friend and her boyfriend is a good idea? Absolutely not. My opinion. Absolutely not. I would never go there. That can fuck up your life in so many ways. I think that's all for this Ask Donnie. Thank you so much for sending in your questions. Thank you. I had fun. Have a safe weekend and don't do drugs. And if you have sex, wear a condom.